Thank y'all for tuning in. Be careful feeling sorry for people. It is a trap. If you're tuning in and you have a habit of feeling sorry for people, this is a warning, a message for you. I used to be that type of person. It was so easy to con me because especially if you put on a sad act, okay? Because I ate it up. I am an empath, and this is before I learned how to be a healthy empath. I was an unhealthy empath, and I felt sorry for people. So although there's so much to unpack here and there's so much that can be said about feeling sorry for people, I'm going to try to sum it up as quickly as I can. I don't know, maybe one day I'll do a live and go into detail and go into depth over this subject. But for right now, let's just keep it quick and keep it cute. All right, feeling sorry for people. When you do this, they will be the ones to turn on you. Yeah, I said it and I meant it. I have been there. Been there, done that. You help them up, they kick you down. I don't know what it is about that whole dynamic, but feeling sorry for a person and trying to help them out, it's almost like they get gassed up and then they just get something overtakes them and then they feel like they have to be the ones to knock you down. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about helping a person that makes them do this. It's just so dirty and so vile. But it happens. It happens. The ones that you help up will be the main ones kicking your tail down. Sometimes they want what you have. And you helping them is like a big insult. It's like they see it as though you're trying to throw it in their face that you have this thing. I watch a lot of ID channel. A lot of people are unalived. Why? Because they stuck their necks out and they felt sorry for someone and they helped someone. Whether it be helping someone hitchhike off the side of a road. Oh, those are the ones that really get taken out. Or letting somebody move in with you. Child, don't let nobody move in your house. I don't care what their sob story is. There was a meme going around. I sent it to every younger person who I knew was purchasing a house or about to be on their own. I sent that to them. It says, I don't care what their sob story is. Don't let nobody move in your house. Don't let nobody move in your house. Don't let nobody move in your house. I said 1,000,000 times. Do not. Because I know of so many instances, so many, where they can't get that person out. That person can do anything. But there are laws around kicking a person out once they take up residence to your home, especially when they start getting mail to your home. But that's a whole nother story I can go into detail with another time. So they want what you have. Even if it's money, they might want your money. They might take you out because of your money. I see that on the I was about to say the animal channel. Lord have mercy. On the ID channel. Animals are not going to do you wrong, okay? You would never see that on the animal channel. Or the ID channel. Yeah, even if it's your money, okay? People being nice to people, feeling sorry for them, doing a good deed for them, bringing them into their space only to get robbed and get taken advantage of. And unfortunately, unalived. They want your empathy. That's why they're putting on that whole act. Usually the people that you feel sorry for, they're putting on an act. They're good liars. They're good fabricators. They can come up with a story now. Oh, they're going to come up with a story because they've been practicing. And sometimes they haven't been practicing. Sometimes they're just good at telling stories, okay? I got a cousin like that who is a habitual liar. Just lies just flow off the tongue like butter. Like it ain't nothing. I've never seen a person lie that well and will lie with a straight face. And there are people who I know who feel sorry for this person. They've helped them out only to get stuck in the end. But some people are good liars. If you think about it, they make choices. People make choices just like you and I. And when you really get to the root of it, their problems are often a result of not only their poor behavior, but of the bridges that they've burned. Some people have burned so many bridges, and you'll see they'll move out of town or skip town. Now they're in your town, which is their new town. And you sitting there feeling sorry for them, but you don't know their history. You don't know what they have done in the past to burn all these people that they left behind. And now you're just a new victim. And that's what often happens. You are the newest victim, especially to someone who does not value relationships or friendships. It's easy for them to just skip out on people, do them wrong, borrow some money, give them their sob story. And then once they're done using them up, they just hop on to someone new, someone unknowing. That's how it happens. Someone who doesn't know them. And often it's an empathetic person, right? Because we are the ones who tend to feel sorry for people off the bat. I recently saw a quote that said, "No good deed goes unpunished." I didn't even know. I never heard that quote before. That's new to me. It describes that even well-intentioned acts of kindness can unexpectedly lead to negative consequences. So, in other words, doing good does not always result in positive outcomes. Now, I've gotten snaked and duped by feeling sorry for people well before I've even heard that quote. And now that I hear that quote, it just makes so much sense. I wish I'd have known that quote before I felt sorry for the people that I felt sorry for. Because I would have taken heed. I would have took those words seriously. And I would have given it a second thought. But the more you know. Now you know. Now, hopefully, you've come across this vlogcast. And hopefully, you've come across this quote. Please pay attention to the wording, and please take heed that no good deed goes unpunished. Sometimes you're going to do something for someone because you feel sorry for them, and you are going to get betrayed by that very person who you felt sorry for. When I think about it, the people who I felt sorry for in the past, they had a down pack. They were great actors. They had the voice, often people are lighten their voice. So, oh, yeah, and talk really soft. And, because somebody that's talking hard or talking with some authority, those are the type of people you tend not to feel sorry for, right? So they soften their voice. That's one thing they do. They get a really light voice and talk really soft. But anybody can do that. I can do that. I can switch my voice back and forth. I can talk like this. And then if I heighten my voice like this, I sound like, I'm in need of help. And I sound like I'm not threatening. And I wouldn't hurt a flea or I wouldn't hurt a fly. And everybody just feel bad for me, okay? Because I don't know what I'm doing. They are great actors, the best. And they know exactly what they're doing. I once even heard a person who I thought had a naturally soft voice butt down me one time and heard them talking just as hard and authoritative as the sky is blue. And it shocked the hell out of me too. As I said, dang, I didn't even know she was like that. I didn't even know her voice could get like that. Why? Because when she talked to me, she's always singing in that light voice. Why? Because she wanted me to feel sorry for her. I've had a lot of slaps in the face throughout my lifetime, feeling sorry for people. But the one that stands out right now as I'm talking to you lovely people is the one of a former friend of mine who needed somewhere to stay. And everybody that she knew turned their back on her. Stopped answering the phone. Just completely went ghost on her. And she came crying to me. So I helped her out. Only to get stabbed in the back in the end. She found a reason to start disliking me. I think it was over a dude. Matter of fact, I know it was over a dude. Because for whatever reason, she started talking to this guy. And for whatever reason, he really didn't care for me as her friend. So even though, we had been friends for the longest time, I felt sorry for her, helped her out, found her a place to stay. She still turned her back on me for this guy. That stands out because I can just remember, like I said, I had a memory of an elephant. I can just remember being on the phone with her and she just sounds so helpless, like she didn't have anywhere else to go, like she didn't have anyone else who would help her. And yep, I helped her out, and I was the one who did the good deed. And yep, just like the quote says, I got punished. I got I got exiled for doing a good deed. Look, meanwhile, the friends who she claimed weren't answering the phone or who turned their back on her, she still to this day runs up behind them, kissing their tail. Now, it don't make sense to me that she think they're the greatest people in the world because they turned their back on her. But it taught me a lesson that sometimes, look, you might have to turn your back. Maybe they knew her pattern. Maybe they knew her habits. It's not that they're bad people for turning their backs on her. Apparently, they know her. And apparently, I did not know her like I thought I did. So that was just shame on me. But guess what? Similar situations have happened after that where people have come crying to me about how they need a place to stay. Guess what? That's not my problem. And I mean literally have come crying. Again, that's not my problem. Sorry. Like I said, you have to pick your people. If you're not one of the people who I know are a true blue to me, that ain't my problem. Sorry. Because unfortunately, people will prey on you when they know that you have a soft heart and they know that you feel sorry for people. They'll prey on you. Now, some of these people who came crying to me about the same issue knows about the situation with that friend and how I had helped her out. So I guess they figured, oh yeah, this is what she does. She helps people out. Let me go crying to her. No. Because unlike a lot of folks, I learned from my mistakes. And you're not going to keep on replaying things in my life. I know how to learn from it and cut it off and move on from there. So we're not repeating history here. Yeah, that's not what we're doing. So they had to take it somewhere else. And in retrospect, now when I look back, I'm so glad that I moved that way. Because eventually they found someone to live off of. Somebody helped them out. And that somebody who helped them out, they turned their back on them. So see, these type of people are often not loyal. You don't gain anything from having a relationship with these type of people. They just use who they can use and then they move on to the next. They're on to the next best thing, the next best unknowing thing. So you just have to stay woke, as I like to say. Keep your eyes open, like my last video said. Keep your eyes open. Stay focused, okay? Learn people's pattern. If they are jumping from friend to friend to friend, from situation to situation, from city to city sometimes, Their issues are a result of their poor behavior. They have burned bridges somewhere else. And now, they're just coming to burn you. So y'all stay woke and y'all be safe.